Hello, hello, beautiful you. I am back with another Sunday live. Thank you for joining me. Everyone is showing up. I know that there has been so many who's watching these Sunday lives as a replay. So thank you for doing so, and thank you for reaching out to me with comments, and I also received emails from some of you. I really appreciate your yeah how you reach out, because I'm doing this for you. I want to show up every Sunday with a new topic, something like I think can be of interest for many people, many, especially women out there. Something some things has been very um, actual, uh, well, hot maybe in my life. Um, And today, what came to me was choices. All these unconscious choices that we make. So I hope this can be of interest. And I'm just going to see if anyone is jumping on before I move forward. But I really appreciate these Sunday live streams, and for everyone who's showing up and interacting, and because it's also have been a great opportunity for me to practice of just being, just showing up without knowing who's going to join, if anyone is going to join, if there is going to be any questions, and just be okay with it. I think so many times that I hope I have a good sound here. It's someone is writing. I hope you can hear me. Otherwise, you give me a little heads up. I think so many times we don't do the things that we want to do because we feel scared. Because we, like me now, I don't have any control about what's going to happen. This Sunday, no one might turn up, and that's okay. We cannot control anything that is outside of us. We can only control our own choices. So, speaking about choices, I think most of us, we tend to forget how that the circumstances in our day-to-day life comes from the choices we made yesterday, last week, last month, last year, years back. I mean, I sure didn't end up in rock bottom 3 years ago because of one bad decision. No. And no one is putting on 30 kilos of overweight just from one huge dinner. And no relationship is ending overnight just because after a heated argument. It's because of all the small unconscious choices we are making every single day. That's why. And if we want something to change in our life, we better become aware of our choices that we make every day. Ask yourself, how many of your daily choices are you aware of? Welcome to this Queenly Live, whoever is coming in now. I'm speaking about our daily choices, how they affect our our daily life, and we're not even aware of why things not changes for the better, because we're not aware. We are not aware, and we are blaming circumstances. The only question you might ask yourself is, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening again and again and again? And we forget that it is because of the choices we made earlier in our life. So what questions do you ask yourself before you make your choice? I know so many who is every day on their way to work, they pop into this Starbucks or espresso house or these coffee chains, and they buy themselves a takeaway coffee. And what does the takeaway coffee cost? What is it? $4 or $5? If you do that every day, that adds up. And then in the end of the month, they ask themselves, why don't I have enough money for my bills? If they had a clear goal in their life to actually be more thoughtful where they put the money and make this choice before they purchase that coffee or whatever it is, maybe they buy a chocolate bar each time they go to buy the groceries. And if you make a conscious choice in that situation before you buy it, like if you have a clear goal that you're gonna save up for some money for something, to travel or to buy a home or whatever it is, ask yourself, is this choice gonna help me move forward towards my goal? Or am I gonna be stuck in the past? These are the questions we want to ask ourselves every moment when we are about to make a choice. But why we don't do it is because we live our life on autopilot. We never stop. We're just running in this hamster wheel. So there is no room to ask questions. But once we start to ask really empowering questions, you will see your life change. And it's gonna change so quickly. But first, you have to know, what do I want in my life? How do I want my life to be? So you can use that destination as a compass. So you always ask yourself, will this choice propel me to move forward towards my dream life? Or will it keep me stuck where I am? That's how simple it can be. But you need to know what you want. And most of the times we know. I'm sure that you have given yourself New Year's promises year after year after year after year. Maybe it's the classic one that you want to become more fit, stronger. You want to start to train. You want to go to the gym, or you want to do your jiu-jitsu or start running, or whatever it is you want. And what do you need to do to reach this? You probably have to change something, like you have to go and train a few times a week. And what happens when this day, when you have promised yourself to go and train, shows up? You're gonna come up with so many excuses to why you don't want to go and do the exercises, the exercising. We know this. This is not something new that I'm telling you. But what can you do in these situations? There's a really, really good question when um, when you are making up all these excuses and catch yourself in not doing the things that you have promised yourself to do. You want to ask yourself, will this choice add to my life force? Will this choice empower me? Or will it rob me of my energy? Because it will. If we don't take care of this vessel, this body that we were given when we came here to Mother Earth, we will not stay healthy. We will not have the energy that we want. So asking these questions is so good. It will always guide you. Because there will always be consequences from not making the right choices, right? And you can ask yourself like, okay, how will I feel tomorrow if I don't show up today as I promised? And something that I have used a lot the last few years when I have built my foundation of self-love is when I'm about to make a choice and I'm really not sure about which direction, I'm asking myself, is this an act of self-love or is it an act of self-sabotage? And immediately I know. It's such a great guide. Is this an act of self-love or is this an act of self-sabotage? Use it. Use it. Because it's all the choices we make in an everyday life that creates our future. So we don't really have to be so surprised why things looks the way it does in our life, because we have created it. We are creating it by the choices we make. That's how it goes. I think this is one of the Sundays where people are busy, and I actually realized that when I had scheduled this live, I had put 4:45 for some reason. I missed the end, like it should be 00, right? But it said 45 for some reason. YouTube, when you schedule this, gives you suggestions. So maybe someone had planned to join and now think that I'm showing up at the wrong time. I apologize for that. I didn't mean to come on here earlier, but I will stick to my 4 o'clock p.m. London time each Sunday because people have got used to that. Let me know if you're online here and if you have any question when it comes to creating or asking yourself the empowering questions that actually can propel your life towards your dream life. Now I'm mumbling. I can see a few people has coming on, and let me know where you're joining from. And don't be shy. Just if you want, write in the chat if you have any questions about, because I have really, really used powerful questions the last few years to rise from the situation I ended up in 3 years ago when I found myself on rock bottom. I had lost everything. And to step into responsibility in that kind of situation, it's challenging, but that's what we need to do. We can't blame circumstances. We can't blame anyone else for the situations we are in. And I'm curious if you are going through challenges in your life and you might feel stuck. Are you using powerful questions to navigate yourself forward? Because that might be the missing piece in your life. Because it's all our daily choices that adds up to change in your life. But if we're not aware of the choices we make, there won't be any difference. Tomorrow and the next day and the next week and the next month and the next year will look exactly the same. We can't expect new results if we keep doing the same things. And it comes from the decisions we make. And if we just keep making unconscious choices, well, you will wake up one day and wonder what the heck happened. And why not wake up already now and ask yourself, where am I heading? How will this choice I am about to make right now how will that influence my future? Because that's how it is, you know. As I said in the beginning, I didn't end up in rock bottom 3 years ago because of one bad choice. It was multiple choices that took me there. And our relationships, they don't end because of one argument. It's choices that we have made day by day by day by day. And if we stop and breathe and reflect upon, okay, what can I do different? How can I step into responsibility here and make things different? Hi, Lena. So it's all about self-awareness. And what does it take? It takes to stop, to breathe, and to trust yourself. Because think about it, how often we ask other people for advice when it comes to our own life. How on earth can they give a good advice? They don't live your life. So it's the journey of getting to know yourself, the most important relationship we have in our life is the relationship we have to ourselves. Because once we get to know ourselves, who we are, and I'm talking about truly, truly getting to know ourselves, on a deeper level, everything will change in your life because you will trust your choices. You will be present while making new choices. But if you find yourself right now in a reality that you're not happy about, don't blame the circumstances. Don't blame anyone else. Don't blame yourself. We're not here to blame and shame and feel guilty for anything that has happened in our life and how we live our life right now. The only job we have is to become aware. And to take an inventory of all the choices we have made. That's what I've been doing the last few years. And I've been shocked to realize, why did I make those choices? How on earth did I make these decisions? Well, I didn't know better because I was running, making them. So, I mean, I've been a workaholic my whole life. I mean, working. I've been doing, ticking off all the lists. And I never stopped. And now recently I really have started to ask these powerful questions. So I could catch myself when I fell into this old pattern on just doing. And I remember, what is it now? A little bit more than 1 year ago? Nah, it's less than a year. I realized that I was addicted to white sugar. And I made this promise to myself to cut it down. And obviously I didn't make this committed decision. So I found myself falling back and consuming a lot of sweets again, until I really made this 100% committed decision to enough is enough. No more white sugar. And each time I am in the supermarket and find myself standing in front of the chocolate bars or the sweets, I can ask myself, will this help me to move forward to where I want to go with my health? Because I didn't feel good of this white sugar. It didn't do good for me. It's a drug. We all know that, but we are unconsciously we are consuming it. And I did it every day. So I had to make this promise to myself. And in the beginning it was tough when I went doing my groceries. But I could ask this question: will this choice help me move forward to my goal when it comes to my health? Or will it pull me back to where I come from with my health issues? And immediately when I ask that question, I drop it. I don't buy it. It can be that easy, but we have to know what is important for me. What is it that I want? So we can use these questions in the right way, so we can allow it to guide us. Because again, is this an act of self-love or is it an act of self-sabotage? I was sabotaging my health over and over again. And when we really truly love ourselves and value ourselves, we don't make these choices anymore. We don't. Yeah, so this is a Sunday Live about making conscious choices. How many of you out there are making daily conscious choices? Or are you just living from autopilot? I sure did, but not anymore. Of course, I'm a human being. Sometimes I catch myself like, ooh, no, 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 no. What am I about to do now? But it's such a great compass to understand how all these little choices, sometimes we think it's only the big important decisions in life that creates our future. But no, 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 no. It's our daily choices, all these small choices. It can start with getting up in the morning when you have promised yourself to get up, or are you just staying there snoozing? Snoozing? Can you say? You say snoozing? I don't know how you say, but you know what I mean. So it starts straight away when you wake up in the morning. What is your first thought? Is your mind starting to spin, or are you allowing yourself to be in your heart, to give yourself love and a moment to just breathe and set the intention for your day? That's where it starts. That's the first choice. And then it just continues. How do you take care of yourself? What do you feed yourself with? Do you run into stress? Because we sure forget how the circumstances in our daily life is shaped by yesterday's and last week's and last year's choices. Things just don't happen by accident. It's because the choices you make. So let me know in the comments if you are making conscious choices, or if you had a little aha moment now while you are watching this Sunday Live. I would love to hear from you, because the more we share, sharing is caring. That's something I really love. So share with me where you are. Sometimes it can be exactly something that someone else wants to hear, and to be able to like, wow, I do that. So we can learn from each other, we can empower each other in so many ways. So share with me. If you don't want to comment here, you can always send me an email. You find my email in my top description here in YouTube. But thank you so much for watching this live today, even if you watch it replay. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next Sunday for a new exciting topic. We'll see what I come up with. If you have anything that you wish to have a conversation around, let me know in the comments, and we'll see each other next Sunday. I love you.